You see, Jabez also focused on God's enlargement. In 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10,
Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory.
you see, he focused on God's enlargement and not your pain. We know that Jabez had pain. He was rejected, he was hurt, but his focus was, he prayed, God enlarge my territory. He's not only asking God to bless him, but also enlarge his territory. Enlarge means to increase. Increase, to excel, to multiply. And he was asking God to enlarge, to increase in every area in his life. You see, territory means a chord, like a string or a chord. You look at the front, the outer area, there's a line, right? This is like a chord, a boundary. The boundary is to enclose us. But Jabez prayed, God, please enlarge my border. He was asking God to have breakthroughs in his own limitation. And you see, why did Jabez ask God to enlarge his boundary? Why did he ask God, bless me with 4 numbers, with all wealth, and But he said, God, enlarge my boundary. Why? Because he was confined by his own built boundary. He was confined by his present boundary, his hurts, his past, his rejections, self-limitation. He was born as a sorrow and not welcome, and no future, destined to be a failure. And he wants changes. That's why he said, I want to come out from this boundary. I want to break through the boundary. I do not want to be confined by this boundary. He wants changes. He wants to have a bright future. And only God can change his destiny. You see, have you noticed, like for example, if you have young toddlers or babies who just learn how to crawl, have you noticed that? Have you observed? If not, you can go down to Sunday school, okay, the nursery class. You can go there and watch those small little kids, those toddlers, or maybe those baby who learn how to crawl. And even though you put a big piece of cakes in front of them, they won't notice it. But they will always look at the small little objects on the floor, even small little tiny ants, small little beans. Sometimes the beans is very small, but they will notice it. And then they will pick it up and put into their mouth. That's why I always say, Sunday school teachers, I will always tell me, be careful, I don't want the small little objects in the class, in the room. Because that the children can pick it up and put into their mouth. And why did the small little children, small little kids like to put the small things into their mouth? Why? Why? That's a big piece of cake, what? But why did they just look at the small objects? Why? Because they are small. Because they are small. And their eyes can only see small things. And you see, if we always stay in our self-built boundary, we always feel, people don't like me, people don't love me, people don't greet me, people despise me, people look down upon me, or people didn't appreciate, I've done so much things, but the person don't know how to appreciate. You see, I've done this, I've done that, people didn't see my effort, people didn't reward me, and I'm always got the blame, I'm always I'm the victim. I'm the victim, I've done so much effort, yet I don't get a chance to get promoted, I don't get a chance to do this, to do that. We are in our self-built boundary. And we always look at the small little things. But the moment we put our focus on God's increase, that is the moment that we will be set free. When we focus on God's increase, we will ignore the negative feelings, because we have no time to dwell on those negative feelings. You remember in Genesis chapter 1, when God created the earth, when God created the man and woman, and there's one word always appear: let them be fruitful and multiply. It's not only talking about human beings, let them be fruitful and multiply. It's also talking about plants, seeds, everything be fruitful and multiply. And you remember in Jeremiah that Jeremiah said, when you are in the land of captives, continue to give birth to more children. Continue to plant your vineyard. Why? You know, when they were in the captive land, it can be sorrowful. It can be sad. They lost their country. They lost their nation. And now being taken away from their hometown, from their country, and now have to serve a pagan king. Under the oppression of the pagan king. But Jeremiah said, continue to give birth. Do not have less. Why? The Lord wants them to focus on the increase. And when 70 years come, after 70 years, that's the time the Lord will bring all of them back to their homeland. You see, God wants us to focus on the increase, on multiplication. That's why Jabez said, Lord, please enlarge my border. If a businessman wants to expand his business, he will always focus on new opportunities. Oh, where can I have new opportunities? Where can I have new connections? You know, how can I have new products? And you know, how to improve my products and how to have better services. You see, when a businessman, he want to expand, he will always look at the new opportunities. He has no time to sit down to think, ayo, this person didn't do me well, that person didn't treat me well, this person despised me, the person didn't greet me, didn't say hello to me, that the other person didn't appreciate me. He has no time for that because his whole concentration is how to expand my business, where to expand my business. Is there any opportunity in that land? You know, is there any chances? You know, when we first moved into this building, we moved out from 227, it's smaller than this place, much more smaller than this place. And when we move into this new place, we need to do renovation. And we need to look into how many classrooms are we going to have for Sunday school. How to do it so that it can be convenient for the children, can be convenient for the adults. We have to look into a lot of aspects. How to improve, how to do it better. And we have no time to think, the person hurt me, the person don't appreciate me. We have no time because our focus is on the enlargement. It's the same way that, you know, when our eyes are on the enlargement, you have no time for negative feeling. The moment we stop thinking about enlargement, the moment we think about ourselves, that is the moment that we bow ourselves into the self-built boundaries. And you remember when God told Abraham to leave Ur and go to another place to receive as his inheritance. And that time, Abraham, he has no GPS. He didn't even know where is he going to, but he just obeyed. He brought his wife, brought the cattle, and even brought Lot along, his nephew. Of course, later on we know that Lot did give him some troubles. But it could be, he was thinking, since it's going to a new place, I need more manpower. I need more people to help me. His focus is on the new thing, on the new land that the Lord has promised him. And even though he has opportunity to go back, he didn't go back. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 15 to 16.
If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had opportunity to return. Instead, they were longing for a better country, a heavenly one.
You see, Abraham, the Bible says that even if we had opportunity to return, he could return, but he didn't. Even though the Lord promised him the land that the Lord has for him. But even when his wife died, Sarah died, he still had to buy the land. He still had to buy the land. Yet, the Bible says that he didn't go back. He had opportunity to go back, and yet instead, they were longing for a better country, heavenly one. They were looking forward for a better one. He was looking for a better one because he didn't want to be confined by that boundary. You see, when our eyes is on the increase, on the enlargement, we are able to set free from the self-built boundary.